This goes back to 2000 when the Ryman Cancer Center at then Wheaton and some of the board members were standing outside at the ribbon cutting and they were looking at the woods. Healing gardens were kind of the popular thing. That was the idea that the Rymans said. We should have a healing garden outside the cancer center for the patients and their families. 3 years later, the Conservancy idea was born, but the interesting thing is we didn't have any land until 2005, when we acquired the 36 acres that we now own. We built the healing garden over time. It took us a couple of years to get that done, and that was sponsored by We Energies Foundation. Once the garden was finished, then we moved on to the trails. And that timing was actually right at the start of the pandemic. And when everything was being shut, people still, needed a place to go. So I did put out an emergency grant request to get dollars, just the basic construction, just kind of clearing the pathway for the trails. And then last year is the year that we completed everything the way we had planned. So that's kind of the construction history. The history of the land is fascinating in that it's Ice Age land. And when the glaciers 10-some thousand years ago, carving our land, breaking off and more carving, our 36 acres is a kettle. So it's part of the kettle moraine, but on the eastern edge. And then that glacier melted and created the lake, which we call Kopp-Meyer Lake. The Kopp-Meyer family bought the land in the 1800s and it was their farmland. And they donated that land to the Archdiocese of Milwaukee in 1955. And then the Polish Heritage Alliance bought the land, built the Polish Center, which is down the road from us adjacent. And then we came along in 2003 and acquired that 36-acre parcel. So our goal, our mission is to maintain that land undeveloped. The most it'll be developed is what we've done.
Who are those enjoying this piece of land with all these opportunities of having a lake in it and having all this wildlife?
I would say the majority of our folks are maybe in that retirement age. They like to come and walk the trails. They like to walk the garden. But I have a tremendous relationship with high schools. And Franklin High School in particular, they come regularly. That the Conservancy is their outdoor classroom. Because the garden and the chapel is ADA compliant, you can visit. There's no restriction. That's what really makes it even more special. We don't serve just one particular population.
How can people get there in our audience, the Latino community, how and why they should visit?
All communities, the Latino community is welcome. And I feel good in saying this. Our survey results showed that we are reaching different ethnic populations. Maybe 10 years ago, that might have not been the case, but I think as word spreads, people come for programs, they're learning about it. The best place to get information is on our website, which is theconservancy.org, or I keep our Facebook page, and that's Conservancy for Healing and Heritage on Facebook. So the Conservancy is open every day, and there's no charge to visit it. The chapel is open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So in other words, the door's unlocked. Otherwise, it's sunrise to sunset. People can visit. Anyone who wants to be part of the Conservancy or help support us can contact me directly. And my email is susan@theconservancy.org, or my phone number is 414-510-4771. The other thing I want to mention, Patricia, is we just received the Nonprofit of the Year for Franklin 2022. And we've gotten a number of awards over the years. That one's really special. So just confirms that we're making a difference. People are recognizing what we're doing. That just means we're on the right track. So that's kind of new news to share with you.